Shri Tripura Rahasyam MahatmyaKhandam, Chapter 58. Then Visvakarma, with devotion, again inquired Brahma Das, O Brahma, I want to ask why the group of the Gurus were not equal in number. What are their names? Tell me about the fire altar. How did the fire of consciousness appear there? Why did you think of Parashakti in the female form in that altar? I am never satisfied even after hearing the wonderful legend repeatedly. Which being other than an unfortunate pillar will be satisfied drinking continuously the nectarian legend of the Devi, who is our own self? O Lord, please tell me if I can listen to it. Hearing Vishwakarma, Brahma was pleased and said thus, O Vishwakarma, listen carefully to the ancient purifying legend that has been kept a secret. Pleased with you, I will narrate it to you. Mitresha and other gurus created by Rajarajeshwara are the teachers of speech and mantra, and all of them represent pure knowledge. Devi Parashakti appears as four forms of sound: Pashyanti, Madhyama, Vaikhari, and Para. I will narrate this. The power called Tripura is pure consciousness. It is beyond speech, senses, and mind. She, the Parameshwari, exists as Atma in everything. She is beyond codes of conduct, free from conduct and the conductor. She is merely pure consciousness, supporting all and beyond speech. She is just the soul and consciousness. By virtue of her freedom, she is termed as Maya, illusion. Her glory that encompasses all is beyond logic and questioning. The being gets deluded in many ways by her who is the pure soul. The creation is said to be the sport of the Devi. This modification or uncertainty is the sound from This modification or uncertainty is the sound form manifesting in four ways as the gross, the middle, the subtle, and the causal. Here the gross sound audible is termed as Vaikhari. In these, the implied state preceding the articulate sound is indistinct, and the distinct one are the alphabets. Even the articulate sound that exists everywhere is of two types, namely common and supernatural. The supernatural sounds are the seven subtle states of the Nada Brahma. They are they are Sadhya, Rishabha, Gandhara, Madhyama, Panchama, Daivata, and Nishada notes that are generated in the strings and throat. The tunes are counted as 4, 5, 3, and 16. Further, they are countless because of different ramifications. All these are the divine states with 7 Divyauga gurus created by Mitresha. The four groups of uncommon knowledge supported by the group of four Siddhas are created by Shashtisha. The common sounds in the form of alphabets are in 8 groups on which depend the Manavaughas, who are 8 in number. The three groups total to 19. The 8 Manavaughas are created by Odisha. The sound is of the form of time limited to 3 syllabic instants. It consists of a group of inarticulates and 8 articulate groups. The Navanathas created by Charyanatha determine the time frames and occupy the fourth state. They are named as Prakasha, Vimarsha, Ananda, Jnana, Satya, Purna, Swabhava, Pratibha, and Subhaga. These nine are the lords of the Oghas. Because of the varieties of knowledge mantra, the Oghas are of four types. Because of mixture overlap, these gurus are known as Mishras. There is a fifth Ogha group that preaches the knowledge about the gurus. They are 12, 11, and 9 in number, situated outside the chakra. They are Divyas, Kumara, and others as Siddhas. Nrisimha and others are Manavas. I will now tell you in order how Agni is consciousness. Mahadeva, Maheshwara, the third among the gods with tendencies whose actions are destructive, is the embodiment of goodness and enlightenment within. In the center of the human body, there are three pure paths. They are Pingala, Ida, and Shushumna to the right, left, and center respectively. Among them, the paths of desire and action are on either sides, and the path of knowledge is in the center, as said by the learned and the cultured. The vibrating consciousness whose upward movement is obstructed on either side creates forces of desire and action, and human beings are termed as conscious by this. Because of the obstruction to the upward flow of consciousness, human beings are engaged in action and desire. They are said to be conscious because the consciousness that supports their action flows upwards. If animals in the path of consciousness is prevented by lateral growth, they are unaware of the past and future events. Hence, all animals are equal to inert things. Within, as such, the third-eyed god Mahadeva excels all intellectuals. Within the human body, the central nerve Sushumna, which is split, supports the intellectual. Hence, there is the possibility of complete knowledge within us. But within Lord Mahadeva, because of the excessive consciousness, the central nerve is unbroken in the region of the forehead. Since there is no ignorance within Mahadeva, the consciousness which is situated in his third eye is known as Chidagni, fire of consciousness. O Vishvakarma, listen. Now I will tell you why Brahma meditated on a feminine form. Happiness in this world is nothing but the consciousness of being. Therefore, even among animals, love for happiness is common. It is quite clear that beauty is the cause for happiness. Because a woman is beautiful, everyone in this world looks at woman as the source of happiness. I will tell you another point. She, who is the transcendental supreme consciousness, has, by her independence, brought out this universe of her self glory, and everything is going on systematically by her self power and regulation. A human being vainly thinks out of ego that he is the doer. If this is so, tell me, why should he expect anything from others? Also, why should he face contrary results? Therefore, the entire creation is her glory, and meditating on her in the feminine form has been prompted by her will alone. The entire variegated universe is bound by her will. Such a great empress was seated in the house of Chintamani within the great lotus forest, thinking that this was unsuitable for her. Sadashiva, with her permission, created the Sripura, Sri Chakra, as described earlier. The gods, demons, and human beings in the universe who worshipped Devi Tripura attained residence in the Sri Chakra and are there separately in their respective places. Indra, Brahma, and others are also staying in respective forts of Sri Chakra. After completing their stipulated stay, they will merge with the Absolute, which is not comprehensible either by words or by mind. Brahma, Indra, Moon, and others who come into existence in between will obtain merger and exist always. Presently, there Brahma, along 60,000 others from different universes, is staying. Also, 663,000 others merged are staying there. Thus, I have narrated completely the size of the Sripura. Now, on the Meru, you construct a similar Sripura where the Empress Tripuramba will stay, and we can daily see her, who is a source of joy to the eyes. Hearing the narration from Brahma, Visvakarma, who was filled with joy and wonder, decided to construct the Sripura of Devi on the peak of Meru, keeping in mind the description by Brahma. End of the 58th chapter of the MahatmyaKhandam of Sri Tripura Rahasyam. Chapter 59. Hearing the pleasing narration from Hayagriva, sage Agastya, keen on listening to the story of Devi, inquired again thus: O Lord Hayagriva, what did Bhandasura, who came to spoil the penance of the gods, do after he went back disappointed to Shunya, Shunyanagara, seeing the gods surrounded by fire? Please tell me about this in detail. Hearing your narration about Devi Lalita, my desire to listen is really increasing very much. Thus inquired by Agastya, the sage Hayagriva said thus: O Agastya, listen to the most wonderful and lovely story. After Bhandasura returned to Shunyakapura, the divine sage Narada landed there from the sky like the autumnal cloud. Bhandasura saw the divine sage who was playing his sacred Vallaki and descending from the sky like a white cloud. Immediately, Bhandasura rose and brought the sage and suitably worshipped him, and with folded hands said thus: O divine sage, welcome to you. Really, you are visiting me after a long time. It is difficult to receive your grace, hence, have mercy on me, who is your disciple. Tell me about the gods, who I hope are dwindling day by day. Generally, Brahmins are cowards. Even my guru, having no idea about my strength that frightens gods and demons, is caught by fear. Informed that the gods are propitiating Parashakti, who, if pleased, will definitely vanquish me, and that I should spoil their worship, I went there to destroy them. Seeing the gods along with Indra surrounded by fire, I happily returned to my abode. I want to inquire about this. How were the gods caught by the conflagration and burned? Has anyone among them escaped? O best among sages, please tell me about this. The divine sage, who was thus inquired, said with a laugh to the lord of the demons thus: O lord of the demons, I am never jealous about you people. We who are wedded to truth never utter a lie. Though you are learned, you are talking like an ignorant one, seeing you happy when you should be sorrowful. I feel that such a state of your mind is really because of bad luck. Your enemies are prospering under the protection of the great Devi. Propitiated by Indra and others, she has manifested as Lalita Parameshwari from the altar of consciousness to kill you. She is the controller of the universe. Her form is effulgent, and her prowess is astonishing. Accompanied by a host of Shaktis. She is wielding all types of weapons. She will arrive here to kill you. Why are you rejoicing like a fool? Hearing Narada, the lord of the demons laughed satirically and said thus, O sage, I had already told you that Brahmins are by nature cowards. You are unaware that I frighten even death. Vishnu, who is the strongest among gods, was defeated in war by me. I am the lord of 105 universes. I am the creator of a host of gods, demons, universes, missiles, and weapons. Brahma, Vishnu, and so on are under my control. Why are you afraid of a woman? Women are by nature weak. At that time, the wives of Bhandasura, some Mohini, and others brought the divine sage to their inner apartment through attendants. After worshipping the lion among the sages with services like offering a seat, washing the feet and hands, eatables, offering eatables, they said with devotion to him thus, O divine sage, we are fortunate seeing you and blessed by you. Please look at us with great compassion. We hear from the wives of our gurus some terrifying news. We understand that Devi Lalita Parameshwari, worshipped by the gods, has manifested to protect them and kill our husband. Hence, please advise the demon king so that he escapes from the peril. Drowned in the sea of sorrow, we have surrendered to you. Please save us, who are your servants, from the ocean of distress. Saying thus, the wives of the demon Bhandasura touched the feet of the sage and wept. Seeing their tears, Narada, overcome with compassion, got the demon king there and spoke thus, O Lord of the demons, listen to my ambrosial words. Do not put your wives into grief and destroy your relatives. In this world, it is extremely rare to find a person who gives an affectionate advice. A person who talks sweetly without considering the prognostic danger is an enemy in the form of a friend. He who intelligently analyzes the impending danger and talks bitter like a medicine is to be taken as a friend. The advice of Shukracharya, your guru, who very boldly analyzes at length the welfare of his disciple, is like an unsalutary medicine to the sick person. By not discarding the words of the Guru, you should enjoy utmost prosperity. For that, O Lord of demons, listen to my advice to you. You are thinking that you are the most powerful among others. Even then, listen. Kaitabha, the crown among demons, by whose fat has this earth, the bearer of the world, been formed, and whose valor was outstanding, was killed in the war by Vishnu, by the supreme woman whom you are assuming as powerless. Great powerful demons like Shumbha, Nishumbha, and Mahisha, who were having a mighty battalion, were killed. Enough of your arrogant strength, which is an enemy that kills your own self. Are you not recalling your defeat in the past from Gauri? Devi Lalita Parameshwari excels Gauri and others. She is served by myriad Gauris and other Shaktis. The universal galaxies are equal not even to the nail on her foot. Even Lord Mahadeva, by whose blessings you consider yourself as supremely powerful, is born from a portion of the leg of her throne. Hence, discard your resoluteness, which destroys your self and pelf. Look at your dear devoted wives who are helplessly wailing. Therefore, I will take you to the abode of Parashakti, and for your sake put every effort and make the Devi excuse you. You rule the Nidaran region and let Indra rule the heaven. Protect your demon clan. do not get wiped off along with your dear ones. If you do not act according to my advice, you are bound to perish. O Lord of Demons, I hope my advice is liked by you. Analyze this with a pious mind for self protection. Hearing Narada, Bhandasura laughed jokingly and holding the divine sage by hand climbed to the top of the palace. On the top floor, which had a golden dome resembling the peak of the Meru mountain, he sat on a gem-studded soft seat by the side of a window. He seated the divine sage on a soft cotton seat. Then he said thus, O divine sage, you should not become angry on me, who is your disciple. I know that you are a great devotee of the feet of Parashakti. I also know that whatever you utter will come true, though you know all my accounts, you are telling me for amusement. I am really the messenger of Lakshmi by name, Mani Manisekhara. Once Devi Lakshmi was doing penance on the banks of the river Ganga for 300 million years to propitiate Devi Tripura Sundari. Once I saw a young Kinnara woman who was brimming with ambrosial beauty. She was drowning in the Ganga river and was dragged by the current and could not find a savior. Seeing her overcome with mercy, I jumped into the Ganga waters and quickly put her to the banks by carrying her on my back. Very soon she gained consciousness. I, deluded with passion by touching her and seeing her charm, addressed her thus, O auspicious lady, you have been saved by me as if from the grip of death. Having touched you, I am in love with you. Save me. I helped person, if possible. A helped person, if possible, should by all means return the help. If not, it would be like killing himself. Therefore, save me, who is overpowered by violent passion, who is seeking your protection by giving yourself to me. Otherwise, I will end my life. Hearing my adverse talk, that loyal Kinnari addressed me with sweet ambrosial good words, thus, do not go mad. I am a devoted Kinnari. My husband is engaged in penance nearby. I am his dear wife, attached to him like a shadow to a tree. On no account I will disobey him. It is said in the Dharma Shastra religious codes that a person who saves from danger or takes care during childhood is like a father. Hence, I am your daughter according to Dharma, and you should not talk to me badly. A person treading a wrong path should take his mind as his enemy. If the mind is not controlled, it will destroy him. Analyze the worldly activities with a bold and pure mind. The pleasure derived from a woman is universal, with no difference even among animals. Therefore, here love only towards your own wives and not others. Do not get reduced to ashes by the fire of anger of loyal wives. Even though she was repeatedly giving good advice, I, who was enveloped in lust, was in a hurry to touch her. Then, crying for help, she reached Lakshmi, in whose presence, blinded with lust, I held her garment. Seeing my bad behavior, the angry Devi Lakshmi cursed me thus, you wicked fool, she is a godly woman. It is improper that you touched her. Your behavior is your behavior is demonical. Hence you shall become a demon. Hearing that terrific curse, I woke up from my impetuous lust and was soon drowned in the ocean of sorrow. The Kinnari, who was consoled, bowed and returned to her home. Sri Lakshmi again spoke to me, who was immersed in the sea of sorrow, thus, shame upon you who are uncultured. You do not deserve to stay near me. Having touched another wife, having touched another's wife, let your body, which is fearsome, vanish immediately and become ether. Afraid of her curse, I sought the blessings of Devi Lakshmi by praying and bowing to her. After a long time, she was pleased with me. When I requested for the release of the curse, she said thus, O Manisekhara, your deed is very much despicable. I do not say anything that can nullify my curse, which is irretrievable. You have to suffer for your action. Losing your body, you stay as air for a long time and then become a demon. But because you showed compassion and saved the woman drowning in water, you have earned a merit by which you will become prosperous and the lord of many universes and enjoy desired comforts. You will get killed by Mahadevi and reach her abode. He will stay there for a long period being worshipped by demons, and finally he will unite with her and become free from rebirth. Hearing her, I again inquired the universal mother thus, O Devi, who is the great Devi by whom I will get killed in war? Is she greater than you? I do not know any one superior to you. Tell me her rank and form. What is her glory? Thus inquired Devi Rama. The Universal Mother said thus, O Manisekhara, listen, that Devi is the Supreme and the great Universal Consciousness. From her own attributes are born Brahma, Vishnu, and Hara, possessing attributes like Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas in each of the universes. Ishvara, who is born of all the three attributes, does the work of concealing the destroyed universe. Sadashiva obliges the new creation. The entire creation is from her glances and blessings. Sadashiva creates newly to help liberate those souls that are bound to illusion from time immemorial. The souls existing in the dissolved state are not liberated because of their void, non recognizable nature. When they are created again with a body, they acquire consciousness. Even Maheshwara is born from her small portion. Therefore, she is the essence. She, who is termed as Supreme Consciousness, is the soul of everyone. Like the wall to a painting and a mirror to an image, she is predominantly present in this creation. Because of her all pervasiveness, she is called Brahma. That Tripura is not feminine, not eunuch, and not a man. She is the embodiment of consciousness, not realizable through words and mind. Free from inertness, she is just consciousness. She is the 17th Nitya, inseparable from Parameshwara. She is the 17th Nitya, inseparable from Parameshwara. Parameshwara has two aspects like action and actor. The action is of 16 types, but the actor is only one. The 10 senses, the 5 elements, and the mind are the 16 aspects of action. The 17th permanent aspect of Maheshwara is the actor motivation. Supporting the 16 aspects of action, she is the causal consciousness. Bereft of her, there can be no Shiva. Brahma, Sadashiva, Ishvara, Vishnu, group of gods, men, woman, moving and non moving objects, breathing and non breathing creation. She is omnipresent, just like gold in an ornament, water in the ocean, void in the sky, sense of touch and movement in air, heat in fire, form, vibration, and essence in water, and like smell and hardness in the earth. To protect the universe, which is a sport of her self splendor, she is presiding over the great Sri Chakra city as its empress. All of us having All of us have manifested from her body. We are known as Vak, Shri, and Gauri. Kali, born out of her anger, is associated with Mahakala. Tara, born out of her speech, is associated with Bhairava. Durga, the dispeller of distress, is born out of her valor. Pratyangira, born out of her cruelty, is coupled with Mahasharabha. Shulini is from her might. Malini is from her words. Chandika is from her terrific voice. And Dhumra is from her fierce look. Thus all are born out of her body, and there is nothing superior to her. By her sportive manifestation as Devi Lalita, you will be killed in the war, and after staying in her abode for a long period, you will attain liberation. Thus informed by Lakshmi, Manisekhara requested again thus, O mother, let it be so. I requested you again for something. Let me be born as a demon without contact with a womb. Let me be born from the body of a prominent devotee of Parashakti, and let me not ever lose memory of this. Thus, beseeched by me, Lakshmi said, let it be so. Hence I was born from the body of Manmatha, who is the crown among the devotees of Devi Lalita, and I have ruled for a very long period 105 universes and daily enjoyed all pleasures. Now I am despondent and desire to be killed by her. I have decided to reside near her in her abode, always meditating on her lotus feet. I am waiting for the day when she will come and kill me in war along with my children, grandchildren, and wives. I am in a hurry to dwell in her abode. Therefore, please go and immediately awaken my wife from ignorance. Hearing Bhandasura, Narada was filled with joy. After commending Bhandasura and consoling his wife, the great sage Narada proceeded to his desired destination. End of the 59th chapter of the Mahatmya Khandam of Sri Tripura Rahasyam.